expecting to get done.
Okay, gotcha.
You're amazing.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, I was reading that they're updating their things on diabetics, saying like if you're over 55 and diabetic, you need to be less concerned about blood sugar being down way low because older people tend to fall down too low.
Okay.
easily. So,
Well,
That's interesting.
yeah, and I have been down under 80 a couple times. which-
Telling you don't worry about being too low?
Don't worry about being too high. Like if you're like 120, 130,
Oh,
you know, because they want people in their 50s to be down like under 100, right? But if older people try to push down under 100, they have a tendency to all of a sudden get really fast.
Go the other way.
Yeah, I've been down to like 79 and I started taking it at 75,
mm,
and they say you're in trouble at 70.
so let's go ahead and get our mics on, and I think we'll go ahead and get started. So I apologize for the late start. We had an interview for city administrator prior to this and it ran long. This is our city council work session, Tuesday, June 10th. And we're running about 15 minutes late. Again, I apologize for that. So we've got one agenda. So we'll go ahead. I know. Jeannie and I are sharing an agenda, so I can't get too grabby here. Okay, so I'll start out with the first item under work session agenda, review of previous work session action items. So the first item, we had hoped that a new administrative assistant was going to start on Monday. Unfortunately, we received a message very early Monday morning that she was no longer available. So we are looking for an administrative assistant again.
Wow.
So we have to start the process all over again.
Okay.
So that's where we're at there. I was really hoping we could get some help for Dawn in the office because we're speeding towards the end of the city's fiscal year. And she's having to get everything ready to wrapped up for the year and rolled over for the next. So it's getting a little hairy. So she's going to be screened. I think she's got 3 folks at least. She's going to do some phone screenings with, and we'll kind of go from there. See if any of them will work out, and then we'll bring them in and have them interview with us. So that's kind of where we're at with that. City administrator interviews. We had our second one today. I think we've got what, 3 more? I know we got one on Thursday and I think we have one on Friday.
I thought we had more people than that, but maybe not.
Yeah, I thought we had 5 or 6 we were gonna interview.
Yeah.
We've done 2 so far. It's been interesting. I'll put it that way. We are, I think we're still on the hunt for a good fit. So I think that's the big key. So we'll keep at it. We'll report back if we find anybody awesome.
Well, and it's really hard too, because without interviewing everybody, it's hard to say. And there's so many,
Oh, yeah.
there are so many facets to it. There's a lot you have to weigh and look at to find what our best fit's going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and the next thing on the agenda, so the Charter Spectrum franchise agreement. So I've reviewed it with Dawn, and the attorney wanted the city's insurance company to take a look at it. They're good with it. Right now it's with Charter and their legal department. I'm hoping we'll have a good solid final draft that I can share at the council meeting end of the month. So that's where we're speeding towards. So
HughesNet is trying to push in.
oh, interesting. Well, I guess the more the merrier, huh? Yeah. So I think the attorney thinks I'm kind of pushing. They're like, well, usually these agreements take a while. They took, a few months. I go, I know, I'm chomping at the bit. What can I say? I want it done. Next item we've got is RFP for engineering services. So I've asked the city attorney to help us with that process. So she can get the paperwork going and we can get that kicked off. So this is one of many things on her list for us.
That's gonna be the engineering of record.
Yes, that is correct.
Do we have a timeline on that? Because I don't know. I mean,
I know.
how hard is it?
I don't know. I don't know, to be perfectly honest. I
Uh,
can certainly circle back and ask her.
Yeah,
about it.
because that's just so critical for us right
Well,
now.
especially with everything that's going on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And are we going in a minimum of 2-year contract or,
I don't know. I don't know what.
because
we're
we
gonna-
have a two-year biennium budget. And I would think it'd be smart to sync up with that.
Well, I have a funny feeling we're going to be going back to 1 year on the budget.
Are we? Okay.
Yeah, I think the 2
Mhm.
years just
I think,
Not
it's too hard.
too many changes.
Any variables?
yeah, and I think right now we need to keep an eye on every penny.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're in
I
any
think we keep it
where
down
we
to a
can
year.
coast. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think-
closer reigns.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. So yes, I will find out from the attorney if she's got a timeline for us on that. Another project that I have her working on is 180 North 8th Street. I think that's the former Lois Halsey property. It is basically in a condemned state. And so the attorney is having to kind of peel the onion on this one. This is a piece of property that Lois owned. She passed, and her
Mhm.
husband got it. Then he passed. And I don't think in any of this iterations that the title or the deed got transferred properly or at all for that matter. He passed, then I think one of their children or a child then got the property, and then they passed away. And now there's somebody who's paying the property taxes now, and it's kind of an interesting mess. So like I said, the attorney's kind of peeling the onion on the layers on this one to figure out what's going on with it, but she's working on that one too. So I will keep you posted and then let you know when she has more information for us. Next up, so we talked to Mr. Schultz about water and wastewater. We've talked with him quite a bit. We actually had a chat with him during the planning commission meeting this month. Prior to that, he talked to council. We talked about the water plant and doing, reading master plans, wastewater master plan and the feasibility study, determining what we want to do about the water plan, if we want to upgrade it or if we want to replace it, and how we're going to fund that. So I think we still need to come back together and talk about that more. We don't have the entire council here, so I think, and this is just a work session anyway.
Mhm.
But I mean, I did send an email with master plan, the feasibility study, and then one other document was with that too. And you were commenting that you couldn't open was it the master plan you couldn't open?
I got the
Um,
master plan open. I was going through that here.
Yeah, there was
recently.
one of the documents, the first two documents I was able to open,
Mhm.
it was the third one.
Okay.
I don't remember the name title right now. But,
Well, and if you need it, we can always,
well, and
I'm sure we got a copy down.
I was on my work computer, so
Oh, okay.
it was probably saying,
No, not so much.
Yeah, I don't remember what the third one was. I don't know if there was, it was
I wanna
weird. It was
say-
like two. I think I only seen two. but-
Okay.
Yeah,
I can't
there was
remember.
three
For some
that I
reason,
saw.
three stuck in my head and I can't remember what the third one was. But
Yeah.
yeah, so need to take a look at it and then we need to come back together and we need to talk with Mr. Schultz again and see if we have any more questions he can answer for us. And then we're gonna probably have to make some decisions here. So beyond that, we've got the utility billing due date update. I did talk to Dawn about, she went ahead and put I think it was an orange slip of paper
Mhm.
in with the water bill. She's gotten back probably 30 of them.
yeah, I
30
made
and
some
40.
money back.
Yeah, something like that. So far about half want to stick to the due date that we have currently. The other half are kind of a random mix of the 15th and other due dates throughout the month. So we still have some time.
Mhm.
See
I'll get
what
mine
else.
in. Mine says the 15th.
Okay, well, alrighty then. Yeah, and if City Hall's not open, you can just put it through the slot in the door too. So there's that as well. Okay, so utility payment plan agreement and delinquent water bills. Oh, this is a fun one. So we do have one individual that has signed a payment plan agreement. And has so been instructed that they have to keep up with their payments. And if they miss even one, that will automatically, they're going to have a lien on their property and then it's going to go to collections. So this has been, they have signed the agreement. Don has explained this. Don has emailed this to this individual. So we will see how that goes. We do have another delinquent water bill, I'll call it. It's a much smaller amount. And we've gone ahead and what do we got?
It was the disinfectant feasibility plan.
Oh, okay, gotcha. With that water bill, we talked about it today, and Dawn has reached out to a collections agency. So with this other delinquent water bill, we're going to send out another letter reminding them that they need to pay. They haven't paid it in many, many, many months. So this is the last reminder. They'll be asked to pay it in full. If they don't, it's going to go to collections. So getting tougher on things, but there's a lot of delinquent. The dollar amount on what's delinquent is alarming. So we
That's why I said I was alarmed at how long this has dragged on some of these.
that too. So trying to, and I've been working with the attorney on all of this too, so that we're not in any danger of, bending any rules or violating any laws. Next on the agenda is the Gerard property vacation and some other planning updates. So the Gerard property vacation that is behind Benny's, the Gerards own that piece of property. There was a Corvallis Street, I think I've mentioned this before, used to go north and south behind Benny's and the bank. And part of that was vacated behind Benny's. Half of it went to the Gerards, the other half went to the folks that own Benny's. That's what, you do with a street. You just divide it in half and
Yeah.
the
It's
closest
abandoned,
halves
yeah.
go to whoever owns the property adjacent. And so there was, the vacation was, Planning Commission approved it back in 2018 and the paperwork never got completed. So we found out some more information on that. And actually the attorney helped draft up a letter. That letter was sent to the Gerards. So there's a few things that they need to do on their end and they can come back to us. And then we can go ahead and wrap it up. So I thought it was more on the city's fault. It still is. The city administrator at that point in time there was one thing he should have done and he didn't do it. But there is paperwork that the individual who is actually wanting to do the vacation, they have to do some things too. So kind of equal fault in my opinion.
So like, is there an 8-inch sewer line that runs through that?
I don't know.
I was
Mark,
looking at the master plan stuff and had maps on it. It looks like there's an 8-inch that goes over to the lift station.
Mhm.
So I
I
just
don't think it goes through that piece.
to look
Yeah.
again on the map.
Yeah, we can look at the map and we can talk to Mark about it too.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that if it does, that we got.
We have access to
Yeah,
it.
easement access to the
Yeah.
utilities.
I'm fairly certain that planning commission looked at that too, but yeah, it doesn't hurt to double check and
Mhm.
make sure. So, other planning updates. So our planner, Michael, he's been sick. So, hoping to, if he's well enough on Friday, we'll have him come in. And then I've asked, depending on if his boss will let him, maybe next week, have him come in for 2 days and see if he can help us get caught up. There's lots of bits and pieces of projects. We have some projects that are in motion and there's definitely quite a bit still going on and we definitely need Michael's help. So, to be continued, definitely. But yeah, there's a lot going on. It just amazes me. On the city website. So there is a stood up version of it to look at. It is not done. and it's not up to date, but it's getting there. We are still having a lot of trouble with the hosting part on the current city website. So there's some information we still need to get off of the current city website that's needed to finish building the new one. And we can't get to it because the former city administrator essentially,
Locked it down.
it's,
Made
the
it his
hosting, and
account.
everything is,
Mhm.
was all, I don't know if, I'm assuming, maybe I shouldn't assume, but I think he was paying for the hosting. He built the website originally, so it's gotten complicated. And I think we're at a point now where it's like, we just need to stand up the new website, and if we have to rebuild some of it, then we're gonna just have
Yeah.
to.
Mhm.
But we may have to also approach the city attorney about the former city administrator is gonna need to surrender
Mhm.
the site.
Yeah.
Or at least pull it down and
It's really
decommission it.
clunky right now.
Yeah.
There is a pipe under that.
Okay. Okay. Then we need to talk to Mark about
Yeah, I
that.
thought
then.
there was.
Yeah, it goes up north to your house, actually.
A lot of things go up north to my house. Doesn't mean they work. So. Yeah, I'm pushing hard to get this done because it concerns me that
Well-
Dawn cannot currently get into the current city
Yeah.
website right now.
And also it doesn't put the best look on us when the
No,
city
not really.
or the people of the city can't go in there and look at our website.
Yeah, I was able to get it up today, but
Yeah.
it was really, it opened up with a notice
Mhm.
and it's hard to navigate. I
Mhm.
mean, it's really
Yeah.
kludgy.
Well,
and-
there were a couple of, I don't want to use the word attack, but there were some IP addresses that tried to
hostile
log
takeovers.
into it, really pounded it and pulled the whole thing down for about 24 hours.
Do we have any security on our site? I mean, like, for instance, I have Norton, but do we have anything like?
I do not know the answer to that
Windows
because he managed the whole thing. I don't know what kind of security he has.
You
So
know,
this
'cause-
is another huge concern too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know, because we have billing information from all of our residents, right? So. it's-
Well, no, everything, that's bill pay and that's a separate link and, I mean, there's
I'm
a,
talking about all of our IT stuff,
oh, you're talking about everything. Oh,
everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha,
including the
okay.
website and everything else,
Right.
because
Mhm,
if we have a link on there, on
Mhm.
our website to
mhm.
go pay a bill,
Yeah.
and someone hacks that,
Right.
and they click on the link and
Mhm.
they think they're paying City of Monroe, but they're dumping all their
Right,
information to somebody
right.
else.
Mm.
Well, I know when we lost the servers, the server that's, mirrored,
Yeah,
when Dave when he got us a new one and he did put security on that.
Good,
So that was part of the reason for replacing it too, is the security was just
garbage, yeah.
old. So I know that part's okay. The website I can't speak to because we don't control it. We don't manage it or anything at this point. So we just need to get out from under it and move on.
It'd be
So,
better to have nothing than be
Yeah, I know.
vulnerable.
oh,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Now, so let me get this straight. The former CA owns that domain name?
I don't know if he actually owns it, but the host is in motion, and from what I understand, he was paying in motion, the host. So I don't know, to be honest, I don't know who owns it.
I mean, I would think that a CI type address should be owned by, I mean, it should be very
Yeah.
restricted who can own that.
I would think so
You
too.
would think so.
Yeah.
But there have been so many things that we have come across that aren't. They're
That's like I
attached to
was-
his personal email address.
Yeah, I said months ago, if we actually were paying the bill, then
Yeah.
I'm not talking to my IT guy,
Mhm.
if we were paying the bill, then yeah, we could go in there. They could lease it to us, but we're not, so they
Yeah,
can't.
and that's
so.
the problem, yeah. So that's, to Jeannie's point, it's like, it'd be better just to have zip
Dump it,
and
yeah.
start over.
Mhm.
So, and I'm pushing hard. I want to just be done with it by the end of the
I
month.
think somebody be paying the bill if it's still up, right?
Yeah, you
So-
would think, somebody.
Somebody's paying. the
Well,
bill.
if you have it set on auto pay. So, just saying.
I wonder if that's the $20 I'm paying from Google.
Right.
Yeah, somebody hacked my
No.
Google, right?
This is the one, this is one thing of all the things after
Mhm.
this former city administrator resigned that really, I really want to get that squared away. There are many things, but this one really gets under my skin. It should be dealt with and we can't because someone made it really hard.
I have a quick question for you on that.
Mhm.
Should we try to incorporate the school district's IT department to develop a new website?
Well, the thing is, the website's already developed.
Yeah,
It's
we
just-
already have it. It's just not
Okay.
up.
New one,
Yeah, we do. We do.
but it's got a different address.
It has it's got a .gov domain name. And it is billed, it's not up to date. So, we got a backup. So Dave, the IT guy, he did do a new backup of the current city website. So the web developer can use that to update the new one. So, I mean, we have that, but there's some other things that he needs that we can't get because we don't.
Yeah, because all the
have the
Google links, when
account.
you search, take you to the old one.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
That'll be something else too.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Something to ask the attorney.
We may, unfortunately. So, anyway. We still have a council vacancy. We have 2 applicants. We should probably interview them and pick somebody. Just crazy idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how you guys felt about doing the interviews at the next city council meeting. We've done it before.
I don't see why not.
The only thing is you're putting an applicant in public. You know, I mean, it is a public document, but
Mhm.
you're having them talk in public. I guess it wouldn't hurt because you're gonna have to be up here.
It
to
wouldn't-
talk anyway.
It wouldn't hurt.
We did it with Counselor Ray and we've done it
Yeah.
with, and we did it with
It
you as
wouldn't
well.
hurt. And
I
we've
know.
done it before, but it also doesn't give us very much latitude to discuss
Mhm.
Correct, you
and
can't send them out.
things and,
That's the only thing. I mean,
yeah.
you know, Counselor Ray was obvious choice to me, you know, there was no discussion needed. But that's the only downside is
Mhm.
we have to make a snap decision.
Mhm.
There's no way for us to vote confidentially
Right.
or discuss
Or discuss.
Okay.
both candidates.
Right.
But, you know, again, it's neither here nor there, but
Yeah, I would love to go in an executive session, but the state gets grumpy about how many times we do that and
Yeah.
for what reasons.
well, I'm just wondering, well,
So do you do it in a
Well, you don't-
work session like we're doing
Yeah, you
today?
could just
or-
do it in a work session. It doesn't have to be an executive session.
Our
It
next
just-
work session's what, a week or so after the council, or, you know?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I hate to push it out too, but listening to your
We could
points.
always do a special one.
Well, the thing
Can't
is with
we?
work sessions, we typically don't make decisions, so,
Yeah.
Right.
it could
But
be something
that's-
separate though. you
That's
know,
totally fine.
before.
We can
Yeah.
discuss and talk about it and then make our votes at city council. I mean, I'm okay with that. I just really like the
Mhm.
opportunity to be able to discuss and see where everybody else is feeling and get everybody
Mhm.
else's
Okay.
viewpoints on strengths and weaknesses and
we could have a public meeting for the interview just before the work session,
Mhm.
then send them all, well, you can't send them out for the work session though.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't just have to have, almost have to have something separate, like you said.
Yeah.
on it, If that's the route you want to take.
Yeah,
I mean, I've gone through that a couple of times, actually. Right there in front of the council.
yeah. that was me too. Raise your hand. You're on the council. Get up here and vote.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
My husband's texting me what happened. I'm like, I'm up on the stand. I'm in the, I can't talk. How come you didn't come home? Because they put me right on the council. I can't talk.
Twice I was pulled back because somebody died.
Oh,
If you
dear,
remember.
that's tough. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm sitting here now.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, I think, and normally we don't have such an abundance of candidates either.
I was
You
looking
know, it's
forward to
nice
my
to have-
government retirement.
It's nice to have, enough people that we have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well, and I try to encourage people to get involved and it doesn't matter what their age is, but it'd be nice to see the full spectrum of
Wouldn't that
people
be
here.
nice? Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, because if you get a different age group, if you don't get a representation from different age groups, all of a sudden then one age group always, oh, it's those old fogies doing it all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
The young whippersnappers doing it all the time. I mean, I've seen them both ways here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. It's
And it-
tough because
yeah.
usually younger folks are, they're working, they've got a family, they're raising, and it's hard to get that time.
Small town, they don't really want
Yeah.
to, we run into this with the union, so we don't get
Yeah.
a lot of, because people are ain't going to work,
Yeah.
they're just trying to go home and
Mhm.
relax.
Right.
Yeah, the
Yeah. So
first year turnover is horrible, isn't it?
let me ask about this. So I definitely understand. We can definitely interview, but then we got to figure out, how do we deliberate? Do we have to do it in public? So let me find out more about that. See if it's possible. There may not be, but
Yeah, I don't want there to be any hurt. I guess my biggest issue is I don't want there to be any hurt feelings. I wish we could just put them both on and go with it because I like to have all the different viewpoints of everybody. But
yeah,
at the same time, if we have to choose, then we have to make the best choice for the city moving forward. And
right.
I don't want that to be then that other person doesn't ever show up again because their feelings are hurt and you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Because we need everybody here.
Oh yeah.
Whether you're in a chair or in the audience or up
Mhm.
here, the more of us that can get together and discuss it, the better choices that we'll make.
Very true.
So
Yeah.
that's the only place I'm coming from.
Well, and another perspective on it is there'll probably be another opening on council at
Right.
some point.
So true.
So
I can make one.
I'm just one lottery,
right now.
one lottery ticket away.
Uh-huh. Oh dear. All right. Anyway, I'll see if we can do this. I don't know if we can, so we'll see.
You're stuck for a while.
So what if we did the interviews during the council meeting and then we'll figure out, we don't have to make a decision. We can interview.
Mhm.
We can think about it individually
Mhm.
and then we can come back together.
We probably have to have it as a public meeting though, if we
Mhm.
deliberate though, right?
I'm assuming so.
But we can have a special public meeting and it could even be online only.
Could be.
I mean,
I don't know.
if it's something like makes it hard for everybody to get together like the very next week,
Mhm.
we could do it online.
Yeah.
And deliberate online. It'd still be public because other people could join. But it might be the only
Yeah.
way we can do it.
Yeah, let me figure that. Let me find out.
Especially since, we got 2 out today that you never know.
Yeah.
If we did it online, maybe they could probably participate maybe. Well, maybe not Lisa, she's busy this month, but
Yeah. Well, like I said, let me see if there's a way we can do this.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I guess technically it doesn't really matter.
well, it does matter because we want to make the right choice.
Well, we do, but at the same time,
Mhm.
I mean, ultimately, if we want everybody's voice to be heard anyway, it's,
Right.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
I know. All right. Well, like I said, I will circle back and see if I can find out a little bit more about that. Okay, I'm going to move on to the new discussion portion of the fun here. So the Planning Commission Chair has a request to schedule a work session with the Planning Commission and the City Council on land use and tap fees, as well as code updates. So,
Is that the fees for all
Yeah.
the stuff that we
Yeah.
haven't been
Yeah.
charging for
well,
before?
on the tap fees,
Mhm.
currently, the city of Monroe, it sounds like we include them with the STCs. Chuck Schultz is saying, no, they are
No,
not
they
supposed
shouldn't
to.
be.
They need to be separate. So we need to separate them. And then if we have time, code updates.
Okay, so what's the timeline for that?
So there's that, and then, oh, where's the other part of this?
Oh, no.
Okay, there's more to this agenda. Hold on,
We were faking it good there for a minute.
until we flip the page, and then it's like, oh no. I can get it here, hold on. It's right here. Mhm.
When I looked at those fees, there was a cat fee inspection.
Mhm.
The cat fee is actually separate.
Mhm,
There's a cat fee and there's a cat inspection.
mhm.
Right.
Right.
Considering that which one's actually-
Either it's two separate ones, or we just combine those into just one. And put it into one. Yeah, so there's the joint session that I just talked about with planning commission. I'm also requesting a joint session with council and planning commission on doing our city strategic goals. We could probably put that off a little bit. Hopefully we'll have a city administrator that would possibly join us for that particular meeting.
Mhm.
But I think the impression I'm getting from Mr. Schultz is we need to address the tap fees. That needs to happen.
I'd like to get it done by the end of this fiscal.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Okay.
So that means, I mean, we have an economic development committee meeting on the 19th. But I think the 18th is open
Let's see here, 18th,
for me anyway.
18th, 25th is fine for me.
25th.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I'm okay there.
I don't know what everybody else thinks about the 25th or the 18th.
I am good on the 25th
25th?
so far.
I don't know if planning commission is, so we'll have to run it by them.
I'll mark it tentative
Oh, what day of the week is that?
Wednesday.
I have meetings on Wednesday nights.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. Let's see here. I can do the 26th. It's
Yeah.
Thursday. 26th.
Actually, I can do that Thursday. I got a union meeting, but I go to the ones, we got two a month and I go to the first one of the month, so I don't go to
Okay.
the late one. So yeah, I can do the 26th.
The 26th. We're good?
So far,
Okay, all right, I will run the 26th by the planning commission and see if they can do that.
6 o'clock.
This is the joint one with them and council on tap fees, land use fees. And if we have time, code updates. That might be a separate meeting in itself. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, good. I need my phone to look at the next item on the agenda.
oh, that's right.
Okay, so I will go ahead. The next item on the agenda is the joint meeting I'd like to have regarding strategic goals. I'm thinking, let's put it off just a little tiny bit. Maybe we'll have a city administrator
Yeah.
hired and,
Because otherwise you're just going to be going over it again.
Yeah.
And that would be something good for them to get their feet wet. and,
Mhm.
You know, as long as we're going to plunge them into the deep end of the pool.
Right, then they can meet everybody too while they're at it.
Exactly,
So it'll be-
exactly.
So we'll wait on that one. Okay, so the next item here is a request from our accounting specialist. So she would like us, when we have an opportunity, to review the municipal court time and costs around that. So her concern is we are not getting a lot of revenue from tickets. And it takes some work to get ready for court. And we have the judge come in and everything's got to be lined up and done a certain way as per process, and there's a whole process for that. And she's not seeing a lot of income from that. So she's wondering if we need to take another look at that maybe we need to sit down with the sheriff. I don't know. But it might be something to,
I
think-
I think you're right. I think we need to review it. I think we have a long history of kind of pushing everything down the road and not really looking at how much it takes to run our city
Mhm.
and to cover ourselves for running our city. It's just like, when we haven't been having people pay fees for using our facilities and stuff like that. Everything costs money. And I'm not saying it has to be a lot of money or a
Mhm.
big major thing, but we should at least be covering ourselves, for the time that it takes to do those things.
Well,
So-
unfortunately, the judge is giving us a huge, huge break when we have to pay the judge.
Right.
But I mean, it's $200.
I know. He's so
He's-
generous and people
he's-
have been very generous
Yeah.
with our city, which has been fabulous, but we've also been running on that generosity budget and not looking forward to what it's going to cost us
Well,
if this judge retires and we have to have
Exactly.
another judge and then we're
Mhm.
stuck in a
Mhm.
pickle.
Right, now what?
What story does this sound like
Right.
for the 100th time? And so I
Right.
think it would be wise to be looking at a lot of that and just trying to make plans to revamp and get ready to,
Well, and it may be
you
a
know.
conversation with the sheriff where it's like, okay, so I know when they pull over folks, they do warnings. Well, I mean, there's a point where you can give someone so many warnings and it's ticket time.
well, we just had that discussion
Yep,
recently
yep,
because
with the
I was
deputy, yeah.
complaining about, we're warning
Yeah.
people, but it's not slowing anybody down
Right.
because they know they're not getting it. There's no consequence.
Exactly.
So they know they're not going to get a ticket. So what difference does it make? So,
Right.
Well, I noticed once they took the speed sign down, the little, trailer,
Mm-hmm.
today, people are back up to
oh, yeah.
30, 35 miles an hour past my driveway,
Yes, I know. It's just.
and that's 2 blocks past the 25-mile mark.
Yep.
Mhm. Yep. I know. Well, school's out, so they figured they could just,
Well, and we talked with our deputy, right?
Mhm, yep.
About we talked about a
Savage,
speed
yeah.
study. Yeah.
Mhm.
And whatnot too. And then I don't know where really that went because everything else kind of went awry. So I lost sight of that, but it might be good to have that discussion with him again and just kind of see where we're at with that and make sure that we're keeping them, on a path to doing that. And it's okay to have those hard discussions of, is this something that's really going to happen? Because
Right.
there are times. Let me use another county as an example. My son was in a horrific accident that almost took his life. And the person that caused the accident, because they were underage, they were on pot, they ran a stop sign. And so had all these factors, walked away without even a ticket. Because the DA is not prosecuting. So the reality is that we need to look at and ask the hard questions. Even if you do this work, is anything going to happen? Because sometimes, as much as the sheriff would like to be doing what the sheriff wants to do and all that, sometimes that's taken out of their hands. So maybe having a frank discussion so that we're not expecting something that's never going to come to fruition because we don't understand the circumstance.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It
I'm
does.
sorry, that was kind of,
No,
I was trying to be
you're-
vague and not be on a soapbox, but I'm just saying, you can't expect of somebody something that's
Yeah.
not a reality to expect from them.
I guess I look at it, we're running a business here, basically. We've got costs, we need
Right.
income.
Yeah.
So not that I am proactive to just start pumping tickets out,
Right,
but I look at, we have a cost of 44,000 on the police department every year, because it's
Yep.
80
Right.
for the biannual. So if you can't recoup the 40 somehow, then you got to justify the means.
right.
So.
Because we're just bleeding otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
doesn't help us get forward to our
Right.
goals. So we have
Yeah.
to look at, does this fit? Is that what we want to do? Is that, because if we're going backwards and we're just,
Well, it's
it's
just
not
like
being responsible.
the speed sign coming in from the south is horrible.
Oh, yeah.
It gets covered up by brush easy. It's right on a corner, right on the bridge. And if I remember, ODOT said we couldn't move it out past the park until
Mhm.
someone got killed.
Yep.
Yeah. it's usually about
Not
how they go.
someone, The matrix is 8.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, it's like.
Yeah.
But, and the slippery slope is if the DA lets prosecutions go off,
Mhm.
then the police officer are less likely to go through the process of booking somebody.
Right,
or
and
writing
that's the problem that you have. So that's where having that frank discussion might help us, because if we're pushing for something and they can't give us that product, there's a reason why. And so if we know that, then we know where to, direct our discussions, or to know, to
Political.
back off and not make it so,
Well,
you
even,
know.
you even have to think politically, and you got to talk about voting the DA in Benton County too. You have to
Right.
talk to people about that.
Yeah.
What will be our action plan going forward if
Right.
this isn't happening? And who do we recruit? How do we recruit them? Do we have to, get Camp Adair? Do you get, other cities in Benton County that have similar issues?
Right.
Let's face it, Corvallis can outvote us all. So we have to recruit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
And we had our little, what was that? SWAC,
SMAC.
which does the lobbying
It
and
lobbies
and
on
things like
behalf
that.
of the
And
small towns.
we
yeah.
did pay for that. So,
And
I
they are-
think-
And they are lobbying for us.
yeah, so that might be
that's-
another
that's Lynn and
route if we
County
have
too,
to go
right?
that way. Uh-huh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, which reminds me, I'm sorry, this is really kind of off topic, but
Mhm.
COG, we're
Yes.
probably due to pay that soon, and we need to
Yeah,
have that
actually,
discussion. So,
yeah, Dawn told me that it's time.
okay, so we need to probably have that discussion and decide if the benefit's gonna weigh enough for us to put that money out this year.
I don't remember
So,
how much the amount is to.
Right. I would
Yeah.
just like to hear from them exactly what they have to offer at this point, because I've been gone for a while and it seems like what they've had to offer the cities is kind of dwindling. And I know there are several other cities that have decided not to. Anyway, sorry, that's a whole different
Yeah,
thing,
so-
but I just want to make
Nope,
sure it doesn't
that's all-
go off our radar.
Budget
Falls
committee.
on
I'm
the
not-
Other
I'm
discussion.
kidding.
I want to just Band-Aid everything we can so that
know.
we have the money for what we need the money for, because we have some very
Hey, You're on
urgent
the right
things
track.
coming
Like
up.
you said, we need to really step back and look at
Yeah.
some of these things that we've been doing. And it's nice to be doing them and trying to be a city and do it.
Yeah.
But right now we've got, some huge costs that we need to
Right.
take care of.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
And then
and-
get back on track and
Yeah, and just basically, like Don was saying, look at that and say, here's the deal, and it's costing us this much a year, and what are we making on it? And where does the revenue come from that? And if it doesn't, then why are we doing it?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
We also paid to LOC.
LOC. Oh, that's a good question. I know I'm part of this mayor group that's part of that. But it's like, I think we only pay like $100 a year for
Yeah,
that.
it seemed like that was less expensive, and
Yeah.
as I remembered, I don't really know, because I haven't done a lot with them, but they have more to offer than COG at this point. Like COG, we used to
I
be able to
agree.
go, like, without having a city manager, we can say, can you help us with an interim city manager? And they'd be, oh, and,
Yeah,
and can you
yeah.
help us with planning? Oh, and they'd have somebody for that.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
they have nobody for nothing now that I
Yeah,
can,
because I
find,
I
so.
have talked to them and they have not.
Yeah.
they are not
Yeah,
able to
because
help us,
LLC
so.
even sent us, I don't know if you guys got the email, but sent us an email for a video they want us to share at council meetings.
oh, cool.
Okay, I haven't seen that yet.
Awesome. But anyway, so I just want to make
Mhm.
sure that if we're going to invest our taxpayers' money, that we're investing it where it is going to make a
Mhm.
difference for the city and not just be something fluffy because everybody else joins the club.
We need a return on
because it
it.
looks
Is
good
that
on,
fair?
looks good on an application,
Yeah.
basically.
Is
Yeah.
that fair? All right, sorry.
No, I agree with you. LOC, we are definitely getting more of a benefit from them.
Yeah.
So they have actually been able to help us with a couple of things through this transition. So
Yeah,
whereas COG, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
so anyway,
Now, the cog you're talking about, is that what cog is it? Because usually a cog is like,
it's council of governments.
I know, but there's lots of cogs.
Oregon West Council of Governments is
they're
the
at
one that
the
we
Oregon
belong
West
to.
They're out of
Mhm.
Albany, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's Oregon West because then it's basically Lynn and Benton counties.
Ye-
Yeah,
yes.
Maybe a little bit of Marion.
maybe Lincoln.
Lincoln
Oh,
too.
I think Lincoln's,
Lincoln's
Does
got
Lincoln
it. I
report?
think
I
it's,
think so.
yeah, I think it's Lynn, Benton and Lincoln. And then Lane County's got their own.
Yeah,
Yeah, Coos Curry has their own.
Yeah.
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 but it's
Yeah.
not something that we have to be a part of. And I think a lot of people get confused on that and what it actually is and everything. Because once I started doing a little more research into it, I was like, this is really interesting that we're paying money to do this. So
Right.
I don't know. Anyway, it's just something. And like I said, if there's enough of a benefit for the city, I have no problem spending the money.
There's only one thing I can think of possibly with the COG, like the veteran services, that might be part of COG, I think. Possibly,
I don't know, but I know that you have to sign up for all of that separate.
yeah.
So I don't think that if we don't pay our city cog things that we don't get. Because if
Okay.
we were to get the senior and disabled services, I know
Mhm.
for sure they're through
Right.
cog.
Yeah.
Which we don't get as a city.
Yeah, I know that for a fact.
And so, yeah, so we don't have that because we've tried that with several things and with our senior group that wanted to do their thing, we tried to get them involved, but we don't
Yeah.
take advantage of that in our city.
There was a, there was
so-
a state available service also back when this first started.
Mhm,
And we tried to get the senior nutrition plan
mhm,
to look at the state and the federal grants that were available for senior citizens.
mhm.
Mhm.
They wouldn't touch any of it.
Right, right. And so, like I said, there's
And we
nobody
couldn't
in
do
the
it for 'em.
city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nobody in the city doing that at this point, and the city wasn't willing to take that on, which I don't think we have the bandwidth for
No,
that, so that's
We
fine.
certainly don't.
But, yeah, so anyway,
Mhm.
sorry,
As far as
I took
veteran
us down a
services,
long rabbit hole.
You're fine.
I can ask Lee, he's the post commander,
Oh, yeah. Yep,
and find out if,
VFW. Yeah.
yeah, what they have, if they have any veteran services, things that they're aware of.
Yeah,
And
that'd be good.
And usually those go straight to those veteran committees or
The
however, the
VFW, yeah.
VFW, however
Mhm,
they're set
yeah.
up and they're
Or
not
Legion of Honor,
generally through the city.
Yeah.
So I don't think that it's gonna cause a problem.
but- Okay. Under, let's see here. Other discussion items. You had asked me,
Oh dear,
this would be Counselor Cuthbertson.
had
uh,
asked. Oh boy.
No, you asked me about the money that we got with the help of Representative Gomberg. So I did
Oh.
reach out to his office.
Yes.
And so they were very happy that we reached out. So they appreciated the reminder because every year they have to do, I don't know if it's a piece of legislation they have to do, but they can carry over the funding.
Oh man, that would be
So
amazing.
Luke is looking into that. He said he's pretty sure. He's gonna double check and get back to me,
Okay,
but to make sure that gets carried over
that
into
would
the
be
next. year.
amazing.
So he thinks it'll be okay, but he's gonna make sure and get back to me.
Awesome.
So we've
So-
lost too many by not.
Oh, I know. I know. But we also need to really work hard to get our ducks in a row. And another reason why to really focus on the city manager right now and everything else,
Yep.
but really get our ducks in a row because that's also going to show DEQ moving forward that we're taking it seriously.
Yep,
Um,
absolutely.
So I
Mhm.
want to make sure that we're
Yeah,
doing
and-
whatever we can.
And like I mentioned earlier, when I responded to a Facebook post and said, please come down here.
Oh, I saw that, yes.
Yeah, you know, and the way they answered me was, we've done it and nothing ever happens. Well, so one of the
That was the
complaints was,
past,
yeah,
yeah.
one of the complaints was the city always goes after the big projects and not the little ones that
Mhm.
these people care about. The problem is we're forced to go after the wastewater and the water treatment.
Oh,
and
yeah.
All those big stuff.
Yeah, it's
That's not,
all the regulations and
Yeah,
everything.
it's regulations. It's not.
We have
it's
yeah.
no
not-
choice.
it's not by choice, right?
Right.
Exactly.
And I'm just,
Yeah.
I'd love to have our website thing
Yes,
settled so we can get that
Yeah.
promotion out there. Cause I think that's part of the problem when I've seen some of this
Yeah.
feedback coming back. So, if we can
Yeah.
at least let the people know.
It's like I said, having that up makes a better face for this council.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
For the
Absolutely.
community, so.
we understand your concerns, but we don't have any choice.
This is why.
Well, and I've said before on social media that the priority in the city of Monroe is water and wastewater. That is where the focus of most of our funds are. That's where they go. because we have to.
Mhm.
There's no,
Don't have a choice.
we don't have a choice. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
anyway.
But the more visibility we can put your message out.
Oh,
there,
yeah,
the
Oh,
better it'll be.
absolutely.
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah. Okay, let's see. So now we're on to what we have so far on the docket for the June 24th council meeting. Review the 8th Street water line extension quotes. So Mark has got a couple quotes he wants us to look at. So we'll take a look at those and we'll go ahead and make a decision so we can pull the trigger on that. I am hoping, I'm being terribly optimistic. I hope it'll pull through for us. A finalized draft copy of the Charter Spectrum franchise agreement.
Did you see the 24th or the 23rd?
I have 24th on here, but
It's Tuesday?
is it a Tuesday?
Yeah.
It should be the 23rd.
Was it on a Monday?
It's supposed to be on a Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I don't even have it on my calendar.
So June 23rd, city council meeting.
Mhm.
We've got actually 3 resolutions. I think we actually have a 4th one coming through here. First one is resolution 2025-26. This is a resolution returning funds from the storm fund beginning balance to the public works fund. This is all stuff from the audit.
Mhm.
Don is having to rebalance things to get ready for the end of the fiscal year. Resolution 2025-27 is a resolution accepting our audit findings in response to the deficiencies noted in the audit. There were only 2 deficiencies.
Mhm.
They identify what those findings are, they tell you what they are, and then management response. And Don can't do that.
Yeah.
So I
Right.
had to do that.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, good Lord.
So
So I responded.
I read through that a little bit
Yeah.
and so there's a little I think it said 3, but there's actually 2. So
Mhm.
that sentence that says like what you just said, there's
Right.
only 2, but I think it said 3. And I was
Okay.
looking for the third one. I'm like, I don't see a third one in
Yeah,
here.
there should be.
There was 2. but-
So, yeah. So, yes, I'll be really excited when we have a city administrator.
Was that for people to verify or something?
Yeah, it's like,
So with
That,
the
the 2
audit,
or 3?
well, it was the audit and it was the report of the audit and what
Mhm.
their findings were. And then it said there was, like he just said 2, but I
Oh,
think in
gotcha.
the
Okay, I see
audit,
what
it
you're
actually
saying.
said
Okay.
3, but there was only 2 in there. So I was like looking for the
Okay.
third one. Did it get
I know, I
lost?
only did 2 responses.
So-
Okay.
And to respond, I looked at the previous years,
Mhm.
and then Don went asked Kathy over in Harrisburg how we should respond.
Mhm.
So then we kind of, okay.
Yeah.
Came up with a couple responses. I mean, I basically, my responses are, we're short staffed. We're looking to get a city administrator to step in and, get some controls around it and manage these controls.
Mhm.
We're kind of in this transition period and that's kind of what the responses were around. So the auditor seemed to be fine with it. So I'm like, okay, we move on. Another resolution 2025-28 is a resolution transferring funds for beginning fund balances adopted with the supplemental budget. So, yeah. And I'm pretty sure there's at least one more. There might be 2. I can't think of any other business items at the moment for that meeting, but something I'm sure will rear its head. So, other business I've got, and I know I have it on the agenda and you guys can giggle if you want. Council field trip to visit all the city properties. Let's set a date. So I don't know if we want to do that now or wait till the council meeting when we have more of the counselors here. It's fine with me either way. I've also got the Parks Advisory Committee setting a date for that. Public Works as well.
Do we want to go ahead and set one for the parks?
Yeah, we can.
Or do we need to wait till council?
We can wait till council. Mark will be here too for
Oh, let's
council.
do that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That kind of brings to question, one of the things I saw on the
Mhm,
social media was they
mhm,
were complaining about mowing at the park.
mhm, Yes.
Yeah, but they brought up their own solution. So guess what?
Well, they said they wanted to volunteer to do it, right?
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, we had to have insurance waivers, didn't we?
I was gonna
Yes.
say, you
Yeah,
probably
they
need
sign a piece of
liability
paper.
They sign a
waivers.
piece of paper, hold harmless.
Do they know that though?
it doesn't matter. This is what you can do to volunteer to help the city.
Yeah, all you do is just contact
Yep.
City Hall and
Contact
Yeah.
City
then
Hall.
Don
fill
goes,
them
here you
out.
go.
Yep,
I've had my kids sign
So,
them before. so,
yeah.
Well, because I know we've had volunteers do at the library and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah,
And city also has, I don't know if we still have the regulation, but you're supposed to maintain the land, public land next to your property,
the right of way, yes.
alleys and
Yes.
right of ways.
That actually, that verbiage is gonna be put into the next bill, water bill, as a
Okay,
reminder to everyone to maintain the right of ways.
what about the liabilities on that?
I don't know.
I'm just saying,
I-
we're
they're
putting
good
ourselves.
questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you how that started.
Mhm,
In the city of Corvallis,
mhm.
you have a sidewalk, you have a curb, you own up to the curb, they put the sidewalk, but they leave like a
Strip of
spacer.
look.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
yours-
yeah, yeah,
That spacer is really your property, even though if there's a city easement to put the sidewalk.
right.
Right.
And so they had a regulation
Mhm.
because people weren't mowing it to make
Mhm.
sure they mowed it.
Mhm.
Right.
Well, and I won't say which counselor did it, but our city councilors go, oh, we should do like Corvallis and make everybody. You don't mow your alleyways or the right of ways in Corvallis. You only mow that little strip.
Mhm.
Mhm, right.
And I was against it, even though I've been mowing mine for 30 years.
Right.
Before the law.
Yeah.
But I didn't want the city to get set up with liabilities.
Right.
Gotcha. Mhm.
So that's, I
Yeah.
don't know if we need to have the,
Ask the lawyer.
Do a discussion. Yeah.
It's gonna be the new button. Ask the lawyer.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that's gonna be another budget item too.
I hate to bring up, extra lawyer stuff, but it's just something that.
It is a good question. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. It's been in my mind for 20 years, but, because I've got to be honest with you, mowing the city properties next to my property could be hazardous if I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah. I mean, mine, I
Yeah.
do the front in front of my house now, which it wasn't
Mhm.
before. It was part of the field, but it's city easement. And
Yeah,
I do it just more for flyer because they don't do anything with the county property
Yeah.
next to me. So I want that
Mhm.
fire break.
Right. No.
Just in case there's a
Well,
grass
part of
fire.
My neighbor's property
Mhm.
because,
Yeah, we take care of the alley behind our house. So, yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it's
Mhm.
just one of those things. Of course, I mow out front on the berm that they built between me and the railroad bed.
Mhm.
And there, people let their dogs crap there all the time.
Mm.
Of course. Of course. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So what we'll do is we'll wait till the city council meeting to set up the field trip date and parks and public works. That way Mark will be here. we
Perfect.
can Get his schedule. I
Does the
know.
field trip have to be on a council meeting or a work session?
No, no.
No,
Mm-mm.
Doesn't matter.
No.
we're free to do it.
No, no, when we did it last time, we just picked a day.
We
and
picked a day,
we
piled
just-
in the van
It
and
was a
went for a
beautiful day
drive.
like today and we just went cruising around. It was cool.
It was
great.
awesome.
I mean,
We don't own the spring properties anymore, right?
No, we still do.
Oh, we still do?
that was
city
part
does.
of the discussion. Yeah. We're
Yeah.
still.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
go up there.
Yeah, we haven't done, we
need-
haven't moved on those, so
We could.
And do we owned two up that way?
2 Springs. Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. I've
Correct.
never been to the East Spring, I guess. I'll call
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Well,
It's beautiful.
Mark will have to guide us, but yeah, and we'll have to get permission to go to one of them.
Yes,
Because we have to cross Mr. Neestrom.
right.
Mr. Neestrom's property.
Yeah, that's
so,
the one up in the trees.
mhm,
Yep.
Yep, yep. Yep, okay.
Isn't there a house up there too?
Pretty
close to it.
I don't remember seeing a house.
No,
I remember
I
going
think there
in
is
and
on
there
the
was a-
one,
there
the
was-
first one,
Oh, the first one?
isn't there?
There's a house
I know there's people up there because you have to go up through their
driveway.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
place.
yeah, maybe so.
Yeah, you have to drive past their driveway and go straight up.
Mhm.
So maybe we need to get permission on both.
Yeah, I
when
think
we go
so.
up there. So, yeah, okay. And then the only other things I have on here is the Blackberry Jamboree. I actually have a date now. It's Saturday, August 30th. Torin will get me the times. He thinks it'll be in the afternoon of that day, but he'll get me the times here pretty quick.
And so he's running it and we don't have to do too much of it.
I think he's one of the organizers, and I think they're gonna have it over by the food pantry. That's where they're gonna have it.
Mm.
That's where they, I think that's,
August
what-
30th, right?
that's a Saturday.
It's all day, I assume.
No, he said it'd be in the afternoon more than likely,
Oh, okay.
so. And then the Monroe Festival, the Monroe October Festival, and the First Responders event, they're both on October 4th. And then I just have a reminder about the next work session, which will be July 14th. So, was there anything else that we needed to, that's popped in anybody else's head that we haven't talked about?
Yeah, think of
Okay.
anything.
Most likely due to our website problems, and I didn't notice anything on the Republic Services, but how many people knew the recycling event was going on this
I
last?
didn't find out until I saw something about it a couple days before. And I was too busy to even, do something on social media about it. So I apologize for that. I finally put something up the day of. And then I actually went down there. Okay, so this is something the mayor is going to do. He is going to complain to Republic Services. Because on that, because the county was the one that posted the event and
Right.
what they would take and what they wouldn't take.
Right.
On there was cardboard. Hello. Went down there with a truck full of, in the back, of cardboard, and they wouldn't take it. Well, we didn't bring the cardboard container down. And this is my problem. Why?
Wow.
I'm like, seriously. So I had to go over to Alpine,
Ugh.
and they had room over there. So I'm like, this is ridiculous.
That's frustrating.
And then Miss
Now where I take my cardboard.
I thought they used to take
always
furniture,
looking
but they
for
didn't take
cardboard.
furniture. if it's
No, they did. They were taking
Profit.
They were taking computers and electronics.
Electronics.
Oh, so they're taking
No.
e-waste and
Yeah,
things
I'm
like that.
I'm not,
I took a couple of old coffee pots that don't brew anymore. I mean, that was the electronics part, not the glass.
Yeah.
They wouldn't take those.
Well, I wouldn't
It's weird
take
how they-
my old laptop down there, excuse me, but I need to have the hard drive wiped and.
Yeah.
And no.
I don't know.
I just, no.
So they did a recycle day kind of.
Recycle event.
So.
where-
Kind of.
You could take yard debris down, which they used to take the truck and go around town.
Mhm.
And you
Mhm.
could put your yard debris on a tarp in your yard.
Well,
Yeah.
you could put metal too. They used to
Yeah, they used to
Pick
take
up the
metal,
metal or-
to- then there was a
at the
recyclable thing.
curbside, yeah.
Yeah, they would do that separately. Yeah, they used to go around and just, with the truck
But
and,
now they just set up down to
At the transfer
the old
station.
Transfer station.
Yeah.
Tell people no.
yeah, it's great
Sorry.
fun. So like I said, I'm gonna be complaining because it irritated me a lot.
Well,
It just needs to be more clear because
And-
that's unfair to people when they load it all up and then they don't, and especially when they're counting on it to be free because they don't have the funds to drive their vehicle all the
Right.
way to the dump. There's a reason they're taking advantage of free day, right?
Right,
And then it's already loaded up and then you've got this problem. So then what do you do?
Yeah,
And
What I'd like to,
you know.
yeah,
yeah, that's
unfortunately.
exactly what happened.
I'd like to
Yeah.
complain because they're not, I mean, obviously they said they're not accepting glass, but you could take the glass all the way to Corvallis and dump it.
well, come on.
But
You couldn't have a glass, bin down here.
they could
for it.
have a glass bin. I mean, I don't like throwing glass in the garbage.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And so I saved up boxes of it and then I looked at the flyer, I'm going, I can't take my glass down there.
No,
So I got
No.
boxes of glass.
no, I know someone else that went and they took motor oil down. They didn't take that.
Spray cans.
They took your spray cans.
So yeah, they were taking like has and e-waste almost, it sounds like.
But-
Which is weird, but
Yeah, they took the aerosol spray cans. All I did is punch a hole in them before I got down there.
yeah,
Oh,
that's what they want to see.
Yeah.
Same way with your propane tanks.
Between
or-
them not taking my cardboard and the lack of notifying the city of Monroe that they were doing this.
Mm.
Right.
I mean, right now, I am set up to monitor the former city administrator's mailbox. Anything that hits his mailbox, it gets
Mhm.
forwarded to my mailbox. And it also gets forwarded to the city hall email address, so Don sees it. So we shouldn't miss anything, and we did not get
They didn't have
notified.
anything on their website about it.
No, and the Benton County was the one that posted it.
Huh.
I had to go dig.
And the only reason I knew about it, because when, I can't remember the gentleman that's their representative that came down. and
Oh,
talked-
Ken
yeah.
Anderson?
Yeah, when he was
Yeah.
over at the
Yeah.
library,
Yeah,
he mentioned it and I put it on my notes. So that's the only reason I knew about it.
yeah. So, Anyway.
I assumed everybody else knew about it because
I go to the dump every 6, months maybe. So I don't produce that much waste by myself. So
Yeah.
all the way to Coffin View.
no, I go to Low Pass.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
We go to Veneta. So,
So, yeah, I'd go to Veneta sometimes, but I like going to Low Pass.
yeah.
They're just transfer. I think they transfer it down to
Yep,
one.
it's a
Yeah,
transfer
Yeah,
station.
they do. Okay. John, was there anything you wanted to mention? You're here.
Here,
Yeah.
we got a lot more going on in the. Quick update, we had, here on Sunday. And, you know, we mentioned last time, all the funding secure for state and fed. But we are having a personnel change. So kind of the quarter.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
They are nearing, doing all the water, the flow analysis, that should be next week.
Okay.
I get a chance to meet the first man of this.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Then look at the site. not just-
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well,
You asked a question about the pedestrian bridge. Where did we go on that? Did we lose that?
I believe we did lose that, didn't we, John?
Several weeks ago, first week I was going out and following. Sleep, back to sleep. And, check on the bridge again. They said it was the last piece of gravel was never submitted. They wrote letters of support, all the regulators in the picture. They encourage us to reapply next year. But not to follow up on that.
Okay.
We have a grant, no, the final grant.
Well, and I,
Usually it's gotta be, funding, 2027.
okay.
Mhm.
Going next year.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about our wastewater situation. so,
yeah.
Yep.
It would help solve that.
Yeah, it would have been much cheaper to do that.
You did bring up the wastewater situation in the article. We drill it. But the Army Corps is. Mission to get the under. Interesting.
Yeah.
I see.
Requirements for what that type looks like is also much better. I know what's in it now.
Yeah.
So like I said, at my work, like we were talking earlier, we ended up, instead of boring under the slough, they took took pipes over the slough
Mhm.
just for that reason. And that was, shit, that's been a while.
Attaching 10-inch main bridge, the 99 bridge, but also.
Mhm.
Didn't get figured out.
Yep.
Right, there's
Mhm,
that,
mhm.
the be added expense doing that.
Either We'd have to put
Yeah.
a structure over, whether it's like a
Mhm.
hangar like you guys did down the
Mhm.
mill or a bridge. I'd
Mhm.
prefer to have a pedestrian
Yeah.
utility vehicle
Mhm.
bridge.
Yeah, definitely. Much more preference to that.
If that's a direction the city would like to go, that'd be, which you, it's a kind of. Some, so, the Army Corps is here.
Yeah,
Consideration.
no pressure. Yeah. Okay, thank,
We move the sewer treatment to the east side.
Yeah.
oh, boy.
There's an empty lot. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but you have to still pump over to the ponds.
Hmm.
I know, I'm just kidding. It
Yeah.
was-
Unless you want to take the high school football field and turn it into the
Right.
pond.
Yeah, that'll go over real well.
There's a street that goes through the
Mhm,
north end zone.
right, yeah.
Our street goes all the way to Riverview.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Everything was just built with
All right, if there's nothing else, I think we should say goodnight. Perfect. Have a lovely evening, everyone.
Can't think of a better place to spend the afternoon here.